Okay, so you may know all this, Mike, but just chime in if there's anything you don't know or if you've heard anything interesting to do with these news reports. But the Alita Army put together a re-release advertising campaign fundraising event. It had 38 backers. It was 243% funded. We were after 1,587 to go towards a billboard in, I believe it's Tampa, Florida. Is that correct?
That sounds about right.
I thought it was Orlando.
Orlando. No, my apologies. Orlando, Florida. So we hit that in 20 minutes. Thank you, Alita Army. You guys are always awesome.
You absolute beauties, you.
Yep. They well, you know, there's so little merch that they got this money burning a hole in the pocket with Alita written on it, right? So they got to do something with it. So
I know. I still remember looking at that insert in the DVD, and it's like, oh, this is a lot of cool stuff, but is this it?
Yeah, that was it. That's another thing about the merger. I think that the whole merch side of it just fell over because of the merger. But we ended up with $3,864 on that funding campaign, of which 1,050 went to Feeding America, which we always try and have a charity collection involved with part of our fundraising. That's one of the things that Alita Army likes to do. And also 1,050 went towards YouTube ads. So have you seen the YouTube ad yet, Mike?
Oh, yes, I have. And I think I'm impressed. I was amazingly impressed by that ad because, as we were talking before, the marketing campaign for when the movie came out was okay. I still loved the trailer when I first saw it. And obviously, you know, there was something that brought us all to the table. But watching that re-edit, I was amazed at just how new it kind of looked. Like, I know this movie. I've watched this movie several times. But the way that it's presented in this was still energetic and fast and moving and just the, you know, even down to the music choice. It was energizing.
The music was perfect. Perfect choice.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You've got Rodriguez's cuts and camera angles, which are always so powerful, and yet they didn't feel like they used it particularly well in the original trailers.
Well, see, part of what might have been going on is even though they had spent a couple years making this movie and getting to know this movie, studios will usually hire a trailer editing house to make the movie. Like, they'll get to watch some of, if not all of the movie, and they'll get to put a trailer together. And even with your best trailer organizers doing that, the movie is kind of unknown to the public. With something like Alita, where it's like maybe it's something that hasn't really been shown in movie theaters. It's unknown to the public. It's easier to kind of do like a Marvel or a Jurassic World or something that a known quantity that people know. And even though Alita had its legacy as a manga, they may not have really known how to sell the film version of it. So now in hindsight, it's kind of easy for us to say, oh, you throw in Motorball, you throw in this music, you throw in that line. But back then it might have been like, okay, how do we get the most people in here? What looks the best?
Well, we have at least a handful of people who regularly re-edit Alita music videos. And they've also done their own fan trailers and things like that. So they've been practicing this for a year and a half, 2 years. So yeah, they've had the time to hone the craft. So you're quite right.
I mean, just imagine what would happen if you get those people behind a sequel.
Exactly. Well, I've known some of these people that watched the movie 100 times. So
all it takes is the right trailer for one of those trailer houses to say, okay, I want to hire you. Or, you know, you apply to a trailer house and you cut that sort of stuff for like years beforehand. And then the work just speaks for itself. And for all you know, you could be the person cutting the trailer on Alita 2.
Yeah. Well, I'm just hopeful that people can go to the cinema safely and actually see this on the big screen, because it is a big screen movie. There's no way you can get the same feeling on a small screen.